Hi you guys, I'm back for another video. This time it's going to be a story time plus a mukbang, if that's how you say it. I have a lot of stories, y'all already know this, and I've been wanting to do like a mukbang. I guess I'll just put them together. Actually, my friend Ray, you guys can follow her at Ray Truth. She actually inspired me to do so. And I didn't have time really to try to learn this background. I'm sorry, y'all. Too much too soon. So this is actually gonna be a 3-in-1. Because I'm gonna also talk about how you can get your free White Castles. So real quick, up until June 26th, every Wednesday, you can go online and use this code where you get 2 free White Castle burgers with any purchase. I just purchased something cheap for like $1. You're already getting 2 burgers. And yeah, so I have, this is how the box looks. I can't believe some people don't. This box is jacked up, but here we go. I can't believe some people don't have White Castle in their city. I'm so sorry. I love White Castle. That's kind of how it looks. I have 2 of these. I have a fudge dip cheesecake on a stick. It's just a slider. Why did I get the broke burger? Could have easily showed y'all the nice burger, but whatever. They all gonna break in your mouth. So it has like a squirt of barbecue sauce. It has some onion rings on there, or onion crisp, that I like them, but my I always eat this in the car, but I was like, I'm gonna make it nice with a backdrop, so I'm not gonna eat in the car, and I'll do it on the fun. So I have 2 of those. How do you say anything? So I have 2 of these. Okay, it'll be cute for a is cooking with some spices, and I think it got in my throat. Or that could have even been the onion. And a fudge dip cheesecake. So I have these 3. It'll be cute. Trying to get a thumbnail. Alright. So basically for White Castle, I forgot what I was talking about before, but every Wednesday, White Castle's doing Western Wednesdays, where you just go and you can taste like I feel like I'm doing a cinnamon challenge. So every Wednesday you go and you put in a code, and they're gonna give you 2 of these for free. I'm honestly choking, y'all. Not doing the cinnamon challenge, like, for sure. My voice goes out, y'all know why. All right, so my story time is going to be about how I burned my apartment down, which is sad. I don't even remember how old I was. I think that was in, I see like a towing truck outside. I'm just trying to make sure, you know, it ain't me. But no, it's not. Okay, so when I was younger, one day my mama was cooking, and I was like, she doesn't like people bothering her when she's cooking. How do people do story times eating? I feel like y'all can see in my mouth. But she doesn't like people bothering her while she's eating. Real quick, wait, this is actually pretty good. It doesn't taste as good as the regular sliders, but it was free, so I mean, I can stomach it, it's fine. I like them. Anywho, my mom does not like people in the kitchen when she's eating. I mean, when she's cooking. So I went in there and I was like, you know, being a little kid, being nosy. And she was like, get out of here, like, move, I'm cooking, get out. You know, she's focusing, that's her focus place. As I leave, I grabbed a lighter. Let me give you a little backstory. The day before, I seen my sisters, I ain't gonna say which sisters, but the day before, I seen two of my sisters smoking in the bathroom. I don't know why they were smoking paper. Just curious, trying to do something, I guess. And for some reason, I was there with them because I would always want to hang around them. Obviously, it's my two older sisters. It was a long time ago, no judgment. So I seen them, they were like trying to be cool, and like I guess they see people smoking, so they wanted to like smoke. So they just rolled up some paper and started smoking the paper. I'm watching them and I'm like, what are they doing? This is so weird. This is so cool. So the next day, I mean, I was just in there. They was kicking it, talking, and trying to be like cool, I guess. I don't know. Or just, you know how kids are, adventurous. So the next day, my mama cooking. She kicked me out. On the way out, I sneaked to the counter and I grabbed the lighter. Mistake number one. I grabbed the lighter and then I needed an accomplice too. Like, why do we always need people with us when we're doing something bad? Like, I will always grab somebody. So I grabbed my little brother and I was like, come here. And then I grabbed him and we went into our room. My mom has 10 kids, 5 girls, 5 boys. And we used to share like a room. I think we had like 2 rooms or 3. We used to pack out apartments. So like all the girls had a room, no, boys had a room. And at that time, my mother had her last daughter. She was just a baby. So it was 4 girls in one room, and then I think the 5 guys were in another room. And I called him in one of the rooms. I was like, come here. And then I was like, I showed him the lighter, and I ran in the closet. Mistake number 2. At the time, the closet was filled with like the hay from the beddings, like the bed. We would like pull it out. I don't know why we would like pull it out, but like I think at first it started with a little hole and it'll start falling out. And then kids are just bad. So we just start pulling it out and we would just put it all in the closet and like close door because nobody went in there. Can't get in trouble for something you can't find. So literally when I tell you that closet was filled up to the top, like with the stuff, well, obviously not to the top, but like I was smaller, so it was like I was a little shorter, but I remember it being like I could sit on all the hay, literally. So we went in the closet. I got some paper and a lighter, and I was like, look. So I'm showing it to my brother, and then should I do a reenactment? Yeah, let me roll this paper real quick and do a reenactment. This is so goofy, but I just think that the visual will help you guys a lot more, as I'm a visual learner and a visual storyteller. Okay, so I got the paper, right? Fake joint. I got the paper, and I'm like, look, I got it. I got this paper in this lighter. And then I was like, shh, like, shh, universal. Don't say nothing. You ain't see nothing, so don't say nothing. And then I'm like, okay, here we go. And I lit it. First of all, it was probably about this size. Ooh, memories. Yeah, it was probably about this size, or it probably was longer, but it wasn't rolled as tight. I don't smoke, you guys, but it wasn't rolled this tight. It was rolled loosely. So if you've ever burned paper, you know that when paper is burnt, it's open, loose, and you burn it, it burns fast. So I had it in my hand, it was loose, and I put it, and then I went like, right away, my whole lungs was inflamed with fire, and I thought it was so cool, but I was like, okay, so then I passed it to my brother. Mind you, by the time it gets to him, it's already like this small, like maybe like this small when it got to him. But he like had it in his hand, and then as he put it to him, and he went in, it was like probably this short. And it burnt his hand. It burnt his hand, and boom, he dropped it. He dropped it in the closet on all of this hay. So right away, boom, like the whole closet, I don't know where I'm looking, there goes my camera. The whole closet caught on fire. It was literally like a movie. It was fast too. How fast that closet caught on fire was crazy. And we're just like jumping out. Like I jumped out first. And it happened so fast, I look back and I'm looking, all I can see is my brother like jumping out of like a closet full of fire. And I ran. First thing I did was ran to the kitchen. And I was like, I was so scared to tell my mama. So I'm like trying to talk to her, and she's like, get out of here, I'm cooking. And I'm like, and I'm just being goofy, and she like, get out of here, I'm cooking. Not goofy, but like I didn't know what to say. So I just didn't want to get in trouble. First of all, I didn't want to get in trouble for starting a fire. Second of all, I didn't want her to whoop me for standing there. So then after that, I just ran into the hallway. My big brother was with his best friend in the hallway, and they were talking about something. And I'm just like looking, like pacing, like, oh my gosh. And I could like, I could just feel I could hear my heart beating really, really fast. Like, brother, get out the closet, like nervous. And then they're talking, carrying on. He was showing his best friend the new baby. And my heart was beating so fast, I could hear it in my ears, like inside. You know, you hear your heartbeat in your ear? That was me. And that was crazy. I would never forget. You started to see like smoke coming out. And my mama and somebody, it was either my mama or one of my sisters was like, it's a fire! And then like, it's a fire, it's a fire! And then like everybody just started running out. It's a bad story to eat too. I feel kind of sad. Sorry. Yeah, so everybody ran out. And you just see everybody run through the hallway. For our family, first off. And then I don't remember what happened. Everything kind of got blurry right there. When people say stuff get blurry, they're really not playing. Stuff really do be blurry. But I can't really remember. But I just remember everybody got out. And then somehow the whole building everybody started to leave the building. Like, I just remember being downstairs and seeing like upstairs. It was like, Chicago brick houses are like just tall, they're just stacked. And I just remember from the top, like seeing a lot of smoke and seeing like outside, and everybody was like coming down. So they evacuated the building, and my mother, I think my mother went back to make sure that my little baby sister wasn't out there. She didn't know my baby sister was in the hallway with us, because my brother was showing his best friend the baby. Then my mother came out, and it was just sad. Like, I was crying, I was scared. I remember everybody was like, what happened? How did the fire start? And then, I don't know why. I don't know who said what. I think maybe my little brother said something. I remember talking to fire department. Them asking me like, oh, what happened? And I was just like, I don't think I even ever admitted it. First 48 can't catch me. I don't think I even said I did it. I think they were telling me like that I did it. I don't know how they knew I did it, but like they're trying to get me to say something, and I don't know. But then It was crazy. It was like one of the craziest things that happened in my life. But like nobody ever forgot that I started that fire. It followed me throughout my whole life. Like, must be blunt. It followed me throughout my whole life. Well, childhood life. Like Sade set that fire. Very so slow. And then yeah, it was crazy. I'm happy everybody's safe. Everybody's safe. Sadly, after that, like we was having hard times. So after that, we ended up having to move, and we moved into like I forgot what it's called. I think we had to live in a shelter for a little bit until my dad saved up money for us to go to another apartment. Story got dark real quick. But yeah, that's the story. But everybody was fine, thank God. Everybody's still here. It just shows like you really gotta watch like the example that she set, because like drinking water, ice water, I love water with ice. All the ice done melted by now. You really gotta watch the example you set, because I was setting an example to, like, my sister set an example to me. I was setting an example to my little brother. And we're just young, but you know, we young. We don't know what we're doing. We're just being goofy. See, we're modeling what we see. So, you know, ever since then, can't say I never made another dumb decision, but I definitely took myself more seriously, my decisions more seriously. Here's that cheesecake on a stick. Have you ever tried this from White Castle? Oh, yes. Zoom definition. This is long. This video is 16 minutes. Dang. It's really good. It's basically a cheesesteak. Cheesesteak. It's just cheesecake. And I wish they dipped the whole thing. Can you really call this a fudge dipped cheesecake if it's not even fully fudge dipped? Yeah, it's so good. It's one of like my favorite thing here. Oh, I go to the fudge. This thing is great, but I can seriously say that's the worst thing I think I've ever done. Probably not, because it was an accident. But that's crazy. Literally, like, now that I think about it, somebody could have seriously got hurt. So, definitely one of my biggest regrets. But I've always been fascinated with like fire and just being curious. So, I know when I have my kids, I ain't gonna leave them by themselves. Like, I would be, not that I was left by myself, but like, I understand why people don't, like, people are super cautious of kids and like hard on kids, because we start trouble. Like, trying to have fun and be adventurous. But yeah, that's my crazy story. And my first mukbang. I don't know if this counts, but you can't really hear me too. But yeah, that was it. Don't judge me, guys. I was a kid. I was a little kid. I had to be like 5 years old, maybe. It wasn't in the year 2000. I don't know. I think I was 6 or 7. You gotta ask my brother. But yep, that's the story. If you guys want me to rate this food, obviously I give fudge dipped cheesecake. I would give it a 10, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of could taste that stick in there. I don't know. Probably give it an 8. It's good every time. Those burgers, yeah, maybe like a 6. They could do better. They could do a lot better. But thank you guys. I'll do another story time. Let me know if you like the story time mukbangs. Thank you for listening. Please don't judge me. Kids, don't play with fire. It's serious. It's a serious offense to people around you if something goes wrong. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.